Guys, welcome into the show. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really excited today. We're doing banana cake. Man, we're gonna make a nice little cake. We're gonna put some bananas inside the cake as well. We are doing a nice little chocolate sauce to go with it. Man, we're gonna make some little chips to go on top, some great little garnish. We're gonna infuse some vodka with some Starburst, make a great little martini for you. I'm really excited that you guys are here with me. Thank you so much. We're gonna get busy in our kitchen over here. We gotta get started making our cake. Come on in. This is Cooking Today. Thank you guys so much for being with us on Cooking Today. We are going to make banana cake for you today. And we have quite a bit of work to do here. So we're going to get started. We're going to do a little maintenance first before we get started with our cake. And the first thing that we want to do is get our pan all set up. And I have butter that I'm going to use, just a stick of butter. And I'm stalling just a little bit because I want to soften up the rest of my butter that I have for the cake. And there's about 12 tablespoons or a stick and a half of butter inside the mixer. But the first thing I got to do is get my dish all set up. So I want to make sure I butter the dish real well before I get going. And as soon as I get butter on the inside, I'm going to flip it down and set up my parchment paper. And so just use a knife and cut out the exact shape of my dish. Just real fast. Okay, just like that. We'll get rid of this extra right here. Okay, then we'll flip that baby over, and the exact shape of the dish, we'll put our parchment back in there. Okay, and you just want to make sure that you get it all the way in the corners, all the way down to the bottom. Okay, and you're going to have some little bubbles around the edge, just where it's overlapped. That's okay. It'll be all right. It's just paper. Then we're going to butter the paper side. Okay, and just the flat part. You can put a little bit around the rim. Okay, and we have a little bit in there, so we'll just use that, spread it around the edge. Just like that. Using your fingers is generally best for this. Okay, just like that. Now our pan is all set up. We're ready to go. And I'm going to show you guys this. This is some bananas that I pureed. This is a couple of bananas that I pureed. What I did was laid me down a piece of aluminum foil, and I buttered it where I was going to spread this out. So I spread out my banana. I put some sugar on top, just granulated sugar, just to coat it real good. And this went in the oven at 200 degrees, and man, I mean, for 8 hours. It's something that you definitely can do the day before, but it's nice and dried out now. We're going to use this as our chips. We're going to make a nice garnish with that, okay? And we're going to get started with our cake. We'll go ahead and roll along. I have my butter in my mixer, and I'm going to get it going. Okay? And we want it going pretty good. And we're going to cream this. So we're going to add a cup of sugar right to that butter and make our cream. Takes just a couple of minutes. What we're looking for is nice smooth texture out of it. Okay, and we need a banana or two peeled. So we'll peel us a couple of bananas here while our cream is making. Looks great. Smells great. I love the smell of the sugar. Okay, bananas are peeled. And to this, we're going to go ahead and add 2 eggs, one at a time. Just like that. And just let it work itself. Okay, we're gonna fire it up just a little bit. Speed it up. Okay, now we're gonna add the rest of our ingredients to it. We're gonna add half a teaspoon of baking soda. We'll add us half a teaspoon baking powder. Okay, we're going to put our bananas right in there right now. Get those really nice and mashed up. Good flavor it's going to add to this as well. Okay, and I'm going to fire it up. We want a good blend on this. Okay, now I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. I don't want a big, huge cloud of smoke, or just, you know, the flour will just see the puffiness out of it. We're going to add our flour to it a little bit at a time. And then we'll add the rest. It's baking. You're going to get a little bit of stuff flying around, just part of it. We'll get this fire back up. And let our mix up real well. It looks great, you guys. Okay, and I'm going to add one last ingredient to it. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sour cream. There's 1. And then there's 2. Okay, you guys, hang with me, okay? I'm going to get all this all finished up. We're going to put it in our pan. We're going to put it in the oven for a little while. So you stick around. We come back. We're going to finish up the dish, make it look great. We're going to do a great dessert for you. So hang out. We'll be right back. Guys, welcome back. Man, our cake is going in the oven. What I did, you saw the batter we had, and I prepared that pan. What I did was pour it up, and smooth it out with just a spatula, just so it looks nice. And I put it in the oven. It's been in there for about 30 minutes. And I'm making a little chocolate sauce here, so I got to take that cream off of the stove. But our cake has been in the oven for about 35 minutes. And I wanted to show you guys what it looked like coming out. Man, it turned out great. And I need to turn it out here. So I'm going to really quickly, that's hot, just take that out and sit it on that resting rack. And we'll take the paper out of there once it cools down just a little bit. We're gonna keep on rolling, just let that chill out for a little bit. I'm gonna make a little chocolate sauce to go with our cake. Okay, just for garnish for our plate. And this is about 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And I'm gonna add just enough of that cream. There's about a ½ cup of heavy whipping cream. And I'm going to add just enough to get that chocolate a good melt going on. Okay, and we're just making simple little sauce here just for garnish for our plate. Okay, and you just want to make sure that you get all the chips melted. If we need a little bit more cream, you just go ahead and add it right to it. And we just need a little bit more just to get our heat built back up. Just enough to melt each one of the chips. Just like that. That looks great. And you want a really good, smooth product. Okay, and it cools quickly. And that's why you see I'm using the cream just in moderation, just enough to get myself a good melt going on. We don't want it too syrupy, too sloppy, too wet. We want a nice product, nice and consistent. Okay, so we'll just add the cream a little bit at a time. And I'm going to go ahead and put our last bit in here right now. Looks great. Smells so good. Chocolate's one of my favorites. Super simple. If you want to add a little bit of flavoring to it, you can add a little bit of Grand Marnier maybe, some kind of alcohol, whatever you want. But that is perfect sauce consistency. We'll get rid of that guy right there. Let's see how that moves. Look at that. Beautiful. What I'm going to do, I have a squeeze bottle that I'm going to use. And we're going to just delicately pour this up. And I want to make sure that I'm not too close. You get a little bit on the edge, but that's okay. But if your stream is up high enough, you will not make a big mess. Okay? Just like that. And the reason why I'm doing this, I want to use the squeeze bottle just to make nice decoration on my plate. Okay? So I'm going to just wipe that off a little. Like that. And we'll put the lid on. Like that. And then I'm going to bring into play my chips. My little banana chip that I made earlier. I want to take it off. The butter works great. Look at that. It's just sugar and bananas. And I'm going to just break it off. Look, use your knife. Just break it off. Whatever you want. However you want it to look. Just break you off some nice chips. Okay, we're going to use those for garnish. Just like that. Perfect. Almost like lavash, almost like a cracker. Okay, then we'll grab us a plate. And some spare bananas. I have one on the deck over there. So I'm going to get these prepped just like this. Okay. This is just a matter of slices. Just nice rings. They're going to go on top of our cake. Okay, and we want to make sure we have enough. So we'll use that whole banana right down to the end. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to take my chocolate sauce with our chocolate here and just simple little decoration on our plate. You do whatever suits your fancy, but I'm just going to go around the edge with the chocolate just like that. Okay. And you want to make sure that you save this. You can refrigerate it, leave it sitting, man, but it warms up in the microwave really quickly. I mean, 30 seconds, and it's loose enough that you can reuse it for anything you like, okay? You guys, listen, I have to take a quick break before we plate this. I want to finish and show you guys what it looks like. We're going to make a drink as well when we come back. We'll come back and we'll finish this up. You guys, hang out. Guys, welcome back. Man, we are going to go ahead and make our plate with our beautiful banana cake. And I have it brought to the board here, and it's cooled off quite a bit more. So we're just going to cut us out a nice slice. Man, if you want to do this as a ring or whatever, it'd be great. You can use a sheet tray and just bake your cake up on a sheet tray. I wanted to use the nice cake pan so I can make a nice wedge, just a nice slice out of the banana cake. And you can see the banana still in there. Look at how beautiful that is. Just turns out so good. We're going to plate our slice. And then what we're going to do, we'll take some bananas that we sliced up and just add them to the top. Just like that. Okay? Just however you can get them on there. like so. Then like this. Okay, just shingle them a little bit so they'll stay on there for you. Okay, then I'm gonna get my ice cream out of the freezer. You guys, I will make ice cream for you, I promise. Chef will make you some ice cream. Today we're just using a nice already prepared product, one of my favorite brands. Okay, and we'll just make us a nice scoop. Just like that, and add it to the top like this. Okay, if the bananas slip, it's okay. I mean, it's still going to be a nice cake. We've got bananas already represented. They're all throughout the cake there, just like that. Okay, and then we'll take our beautiful chips and make our garnish. We're going to stick it right inside the ice cream, just like that. And there you have it. This is our beautiful banana cake. Turned out really, really good. That is made with some love right there. Man, the cake turned out so good. And you get all these flavors together on your fork. That chocolate sauce, man, the banana, the cake, some of the banana cracklings, the great garnish. It works great together. The flavors are blended together. Some good cold ice cream as well. Man, just a dynamite dish.